a friend, here's what to say. Let's talk in English, 10 minutes every day. When you need a friend, here's what to say. Let's talk in English, 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Hello friends, I am Maria.
And I'm Garrett.
And this is Let's Talk in English. Today we continue our profile lesson.
All right, we're still saying happy birthday, Mozart. Maria, quick quiz. How old is he turning?
Let me think. He turned 270 yesterday.
Right, so he was alive a long time ago, but even to this day, people still love listening to Mozart's music, and we are enjoying learning all about who he was.
That's right. We learned that he is a great music writer, a great music composer, and also he could speak a lot of languages.
That's for sure, but we don't know too much else about him. Where was he born? What was his life like? That's what we'll talk about today.
Yes, we will. Well, before we jump into today's lesson, of course, we need to first look at our Find It question. The question is, why did Mozart sometimes forget to sleep or eat?
Why did Mozart sometimes forget to sleep or eat? You know, maybe he just was bad at remembering things.
Oh, that would be a problem. Or maybe he never felt hungry or tired.
Or maybe he was just really busy. Well, we'll find out the answer in our lesson today, and we'll get to learn some great new words. Let's go to Jack to learn about them.
莫扎特在非常年幼的时候就展现出对音乐的热爱。Mozart showed his love for music at a very young age. 形容词 young 就是年幼的。莫扎特的父亲带着他走遍欧洲各地去演出。Mozart's father took him all over Europe to perform. 动词 perform 就是表演、演奏。长大后的莫扎特呢，更是投身于音乐的创作。他充满了活力，经常会开玩笑。He was full of energy and often made jokes. 名词 jokes 就是笑话或是玩笑。尽管他才华洋溢，但是莫扎特并没有赚很多钱。Although he was very talented, Mozart didn't always earn a lot of money. 动词 earn 就是赚得。人们心中的莫扎特是史上最伟大的音乐天才之一。People remember Mozart as one of the greatest music geniuses of all time. 名词 genius 就是天才。
Famous composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born in 1756 in Salzburg, Austria. Mozart showed his love for music at a very young age. When he was only 3 years old, he watched his older sister play music. He wanted to try too. By age 5, he was writing his own songs. Mozart's father took him all over Europe to perform. He surprised people because he was so young and could play so well.
Okay, we start off our lesson today learning more about where Mozart came from. At the start here, we hear his full name, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Wow, that is a long name. And of course, we know that he is a famous composer. Famous means well-known. Many people know about him. And composer is someone who writes music or songs.
Right. He was born in 1756 in Salzburg, Austria, a city we've talked about before. He was born all the way over there in Europe, and he showed his love for music at a very young age.
So he was not very old at a very young age. A young age would be maybe 1, 2, or 5, maybe even 16. It's someone who is not very old.
Yeah, younger than you'd expect. Let's go to Jack to learn more about that.
莫扎特在非常年幼的时候就展现出对音乐的热爱。Mozart showed his love for music at a very young age. 句尾的 at a very young age 就是指在很小或年少的时候。还有一些很相似，都是与年龄相关的片语，我们一起来看看。She started reading at an early age. 她很小的时候就开始阅读。At an early age 就是早年、年幼的时候。来看第二个例句 Rick got his first job at the age of 18. Rick 在18岁时获得了第一份工作。At the age of 就是在几岁的时候。来看最后一句 I learned to drive at your age. 我在你这个年纪学会开车。At one's age 就是指在某个人的年纪。
Thanks, Jack. We learn on. When he was only 3 years old, Mozart watched his older sister play music, and he wanted to try to.
Wow, that is at a very young age. He was not very old. Well, friends, by age 5, he was writing his own songs.
And his father took him all over Europe to perform. He performed, or he played that music for other people to listen to.
Well, he surprised people because he was so young and could play so well.
Maria, I don't think I could play very good music when I was just 5.
No, at that age, many people are just learning how to play an instrument.
Yeah, or they haven't even started yet. Well, friends, let's continue to the next part of our lesson.
As Mozart grew up, he kept writing more and more music. He loved music more than anything. He would sometimes forget to sleep or eat because he was busy writing music. He could hear the music in his head before he even wrote it down. He was full of energy and often made jokes. He also liked animals and had a pet bird. It could sing part of one of his songs.
Well, Mozart did not stop writing music when he was 5 years old, did he?
No, he did not. He kept writing more and more and more. He loved it.
He loved music more than anything we hear in our lesson. And friends, we always love it when you answer our Find It questions. Why did Mozart sometimes forget to sleep or eat?
And the answer is because he was busy writing music. So you guessed it correctly, Garrett.
Yeah, he was so busy doing something he really loved. He was writing music. We even heard in our lesson he could hear the music in his head before he wrote anything down.
Wow, that sounds really cool. He could hear it, and then when he heard it and remembered it, he would write it down. Well, Mozart was also full of energy, and he often made jokes.
I wonder what kind of jokes he told. They must have been pretty funny. A joke is usually something you say that's very funny and makes other people laugh.
That's right. So he sounded like a fun person to be around. Well, he also liked animals and had a pet bird.
Ooh, Maria, you know how some birds can actually speak like a person? I wonder if his bird could make music.
I don't think it could make music, but it could sing part of one of his songs.
Okay, well, that's part of music. Maybe he could have put the bird's song into part of one of his songs.
That sounds like a great idea.
Well, friends, Mozart was amazing. He liked a lot of different things, but he liked music more than anything else.
Yes, so probably more than telling jokes, more than animals, although he loved all of these things.
Yes. Now, friends, it's time for us to take a quick break. Don't go too far away. We'll be right back.
Let's talk in English. 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Now, Mozart was a classical music composer. He used a lot of those classical instruments. Today, though, people make music using all sorts of strange things.
That is true. Well, drums are not too strange. But maybe some people might make their own drums from pots and pans. I have seen that before.
They might use sounds from nature or even an animal sound in their songs. Let's get back to our lesson.
Although he was very talented, Mozart didn't always earn a lot of money. He had a hard life at times and died young on December 5th, 1791. He was just 35 years old. Still, his music lives on and is played all around the world today. People remember Mozart as one of the greatest music geniuses of all time. His amazing music still brings joy to people everywhere.
Now, there are a lot of words that we could use to describe Mozart, but let's practice using one of the ones from our lesson. It's the word talented.
Talented is a great word to describe someone who has a talent or different talents. Talents is something that you're good at. So if they are good at it, they are talented.
Yeah, if you're really good at baseball, then you're talented at baseball. Now, Mozart was talented, but he didn't always earn a lot of money.
That's right. It says, although he was very talented, Mozart didn't always earn a lot of money. So we see that one thing is true, but something else surprising is there, which is he didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah, when you earn money, that means you do something, maybe your work, and you get money for it.
Yes. Well, he didn't earn a lot of money. Also, he had a hard life at times, so it was not always easy.
And we learn that he died young. This was on December 5th, 1791. Now, pay attention. We heard that phrase at times in that sentence. Let's go and learn more with Jack.
莫扎特虽然才华横溢，但也没有赚很多钱。他有时候还是会过着很艰困的生活，并且在1791年12月5日英年早逝。He had a hard life at times and died young on December 5th, 1791. 表示频率的副词片语 at times 表达的就是在某些时候或者偶尔会这样，它带有感慨或感叹的语气。来看个例句 ：He feels lonely at times. 他有时会感到孤单，或是 Things get better even if it's hard at times. 事情会变好的，即使有时候很困难。还有一句 My brother is hard to understand at times. 有时候很难理解我哥哥。
Thank you so much, Jack. Well, this is a sad thing that we learned. Mozart died when he was just 35 years old.
That is not very old, but the good news is his music still lives on and is played all around the world today.
Yeah, in some ways, he lives on through that music. And friends, we heard a great sentence there. His music lives on. That's today's calendar phrase.
His music lives on.
His music lives on.
他的音乐流传至今。
Mozart was a famous composer.
His music lives on.
He was born 270 years ago.
His music lives on.
His music is played all around the world.
Yes, his music lives on.
Do you think my music will live on? La 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 la.
I hope not.
Hey.
His music lives on.
His music lives on.
他的音乐流传至今。
Now let's talk about one last thing. Mozart was a music genius.
That's right. And genius means someone who is so good at doing something and different than others.
Yeah, often it means they are very smart. Not just a little smart, very, very smart. Well, friends, we know that you are all very smart and good at learning our keywords.
Here is your first keyword for today. Young. Young. The young man is only 15.
Perform. Perform. Jade will perform for us later.
Joke. Joke. I heard a funny joke today.
Earn. Earn. What can he do to earn $100?
Genius. Genius. She isn't just smart, she's a genius. Friends, those are today's keywords. Be sure to practice and use them.
Now, let's go watch that lesson one more time.
Famous composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born in 1756 in Salzburg, Austria. Mozart showed his love for music at a very young age. When he was only 3 years old, he watched his older sister play music. He wanted to try too. By age 5, he was writing his own songs. Mozart's father took him all over Europe to perform. He surprised people because he was so young and could play so well. As Mozart grew up, he kept writing more and more music. He loved music more than anything. He would sometimes forget to sleep or eat because he was busy writing music. He could hear the music in his head before he even wrote it down. He was full of energy and often made jokes. He also liked animals and had a pet bird. It could sing part of one of his songs. Although he was very talented, Mozart didn't always earn a lot of money. He had a hard life at times and died young on December 5th, 1791. He was just 35 years old. Still, his music lives on and is played all around the world today. People remember Mozart as one of the greatest music geniuses of all time. His amazing music still brings joy to people everywhere.
Hey guys!
It's Ivy and Zach. Let's chit chat and review.
Mozart. He was a famous composer.
And he was a very young composer. By age 5, he was writing his own songs.
He would also perform. Even though he was young, he could play well.
As he grew up, he wrote more and more music. He could hear the music in his head before he wrote it down.
He had a hard life, but still made jokes.
And he had a pet bird that could sing part of one of his songs.
Mozart was very talented.
He is remembered as a great music genius.
And we still listen to his music.
Do you like Mozart?
Let us know in the comments.
See you next time, musical friends.
Bye.
Hi, friends. I'm Billy Builder. I have many sentences to build today. Can you help? Yes? Great. Let's go. Here is our first sentence. Oh no, it looks bad. More music, genius, the young performs? Yikes. Let's build this better. Find someone doing something. Let's find who does what. Genius? Okay, let's try that. What kind of genius? The young? Okay, let's try. And we get the young genius. Hey, great start. What do you think he did? Huh? Did you say performs? Okay, let's try it. The young genius performs. What does the young genius perform? Well, we have more music. Okay. The young genius performs more music. Great. Mozart was a young genius who performed more music. Well, good job. I need to run. Time to build more sentences. Keep building good sentences, friends. Bye-bye.
Well, friends, it is always interesting learning about geniuses, people who are really great at what they do. They make amazing things, but often have a hard life.
Yes, that is true. Well, friends, if you see someone do something really well, or if someone's very smart, you can tell them you're a genius.
Right, and make sure to enjoy and appreciate what they did, just like we can do with Mozart's music every day.
Yes, we can listen to it and appreciate all the hard work and how he was a genius in writing music.
Well, friends, we of course will be back again tomorrow. Make sure to join us then, right here on
Let's Talk in English.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.